patterns. When you have a hurricane that goes into the Gulf of Mexico, it takes all the way north. So where is there to go? I would say that the masses of people would be heading west into. I mean, there's always been strange phenomenon around the Denver airport, if anyone's ever looked at that. And if you look at the pale white horse, Lucifer, and the god of the dead that's at the airport, and you have to at least ask yourself, you don't, I mean, it's not, I mean, those are true things, but there's something like, are they trying to move the people that way or something? It's extremely entertaining as well as concerning of what is going around in the area. Those are my thoughts on that.
Yeah, are you familiar with any of the Mayan prophecies, or with Don Alejandro, who's the president or the tribal leader of all the Mayans?
No, I am. I've looked at many of the Indian tribes from South Africa to all the way to the Chinese, the Tibetans, to the Buddhists, to all the way around the world. And even the American Indians, like the Hopi Indian tribe and the Mayans and the Aztecs. And for some reason, this is concerning as well as the unknown factor, but many of them talking about the end of their world and the beginning of a new world. Some just say it's the end of their society in general. Some talk about the end of their new world going into a new dimension. Some do talk about extraterrestrial life form. I mean, they're all different, but they all pinpoint around that 2012. And I know back in the year 2000 with the Y2K, that everyone was freaked out in computers. But when you have ancient, like Indian tribes, talking about pinpointing 2012 around that date, December 21st, 2012, you just have, I mean, you don't want to think it, but you say it'll just be another day, and I hope that it is. But why would many Indian tribes that have no connection to each other ever have basically the end of their civilization? It's concerning as well as makes you want to think more. Say, well, goodness, the things going on with the oil spill and the Book of Revelation and the seas turning to blood, and you look at that and you say, okay, the pale white horse, and they're at the Denver airport. You got the pale white horse, and you got many events even from a Christianity that seriously looks like it's end times. You know, people want to believe that. It's entirely up to them. But from all the research I've done with all the Indian tribes, somehow they all pinpoint right around that date as the end of their times.
Well, with 1 minute left, what would you like to leave with the listeners from around the world? What?
I would love for people just to try to help other people to awaken to what's happening. You need to live a balanced life, enjoy your job, enjoy your kids, but awaken other people and prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and truly do your own investigative journalism that you can find out for yourself, make up your own mind and your own opinions to events that are happening past or present or even in the future. And it's so easy now, and just the more you awaken other people, I believe the more that it'll be more difficult for the powers to be that so they don't shut down the internet or try to do those different things, and just to help other people with it. I think that's the most important thing to draw from this.
Well, I love the information that you have, and there's always so many more questions to ask and lots of information out there. Now, Bryan, for people who want more information on your work, on what you're doing, where can they go now?
They can go to www.outlivesheep.com. They can also visit my movies on the YouTube channel, Outlivesheep. They can also go to Blog Talk Radio, Outlivesheep, and I'm also on there as well. Wonderful.
So thank you for being on the show. And if you've missed any part of the show, go to www.consciousawakenings.us. The site is now up. Go to the site now, and you can listen to our archived recordings. Sign up for a free newsletter and share the information. The Awakening is now. And tune in next week with our special guest, documentarist Matt Smith. This will be a departure from our normal theme, as our special guest will give us insight on the Project Gulf impact. Until we meet again, next week. Thank you for tuning in to Conscious Awakenings with your host, Hendrix.
You've been listening to Conscious Awakenings with your host, Hendrix. Visit him at www.consciousawakenings.us or call him directly at 888-928-7333. Call now for more information about Global Conscious Awakening.